A desolate countryside road vanishes into a thick fog, the landscape swallowed by an eerie darkness. Gnarled, ancient trees line the road, their skeletal branches reaching out in the chilling wind. Babulal shuffles along, his face etched with weariness, a flickering lantern his only companion. His ragged breath hangs in the cold air as he walks deeper into the whispering woods. Narration. On a cold and lonely night, Babulal walked through whispering woods, unaware of what waited in the dark. At the wood's edge, Babulal pauses, lantern light playing across the fog, shadows dancing. Night sounds intensify rustling leaves, distant owl hoots heightening his sense of isolation. Nervously, Babulal peers into the darkness, his breath misting in the cold air. Hesitantly, he steps into the woods. Just a little further. Village must be close. The dense trees swallow the lantern's light, enveloping Babulal in deep shadows. Babul ventures into the dense woods, where towering trees stand like silent sentinels in the gathering gloom. Fog dances around his feet, each step forward swallowed by the mist. The lantern casts eerie, dancing shadows, each flicker exaggerating the wood's silent menace. He quickens his pace, his labored breaths echoing in the oppressive silence. The crunch of leaves and the snap of twigs amplify his mounting fear, each sound heightening the suspense. A deafening wind howls through the forest, the trees groaning under its force as darkness descends. Leaves rustle with unnatural urgency, a symphony of whispers hinting at unseen movements. Babulal walks a narrow path, the only figure daring to trespass in the haunted wood. His steps are hesitant, each footfall measured as if he fears disturbing the watchful entities. Unease etches lines onto his face, his eyes darting nervously as a primal fear takes hold. Something watches Babulal from the shadows, its presence a chilling weight in the night air. A remote forest, the wind rustling through leaves, carrying a barely audible whisper. The disembodied voice echoes airily. Babulal. Babulal freezes, his eyes widening in terror as the chilling sound invades the silent woods. He strains to listen, fear etched on his face, but only the whisper of the wind answers him. The forest silence is shattered as a flock of crows bursts forth, their cawing echoing like a scream. Babulal flinches violently, his fear now a tangible presence. His eyes reflect pure terror, wide and unblinking in the face of unseen horror. Driven by desperation, he whirls around, ready to flee from the haunting presence. He runs, a lone figure swallowed by the trees, his escape fueled by primal fear. A lone lantern struggles against the vast night, its light painting distorted shadows on crumbling walls. In the deserted village square, Babulal stands silhouetted, a solitary figure against the oppressive darkness. A low, unsettling hum vibrates through the air, intensifying the desolate atmosphere. Babulal's grip tightens on the lantern, his unease palpable in this forsaken place. Crumbling buildings cast long, eerie shadows across the deserted village, seen through Babulal's fearful gaze. Dark alleyways seem to breathe with unseen life, the silence broken only by the whisper of the wind. A faint giggle echoes, haunting and disembodied, through the desolate streets, raising goosebumps. Babulal whirls around, his eyes wide with terror, desperately searching for the source of the sound. "Who's there?" Babulal cries out, his voice trembling in the oppressive silence, challenging the unseen presence. The deserted village is eerily silent, save for a persistent, unsettling hum that vibrates through the air. Babulal strains to hear past his ragged breaths, fear etched on his face. A giggle echoes, closer now, sending a shiver down Babulal's spine. He stumbles back, his lantern trembling, casting frantic, dancing shadows. Terror grips Babulal as he shouts into the darkness, "Show yourself." The hum intensifies, a prelude to the unseen horror lurking in the village. At the forest's edge, A lone traveler walks toward the ancient woods as the setting sun casts long, ominous shadows. Ignoring the weathered signpost and its faded warnings, he treads deeper into the silent, foreboding woods. The only sound, the rustling of leaves underfoot as he ventures further into the unknown. Narrator, V.O. Locals warned about the forest. Tales of those who entered and never returned. Deeper into the forest, ancient trees claw at the sky. The path vanishes beneath thick, thorny vines. Fading light paints the woods in deep purple and black. Boots crunch on leaves as the traveler quickens his pace. Shadows lengthen, and unease creeps into his expression. Narrator, V.O. They spoke of strange sounds, a presence that watched. In a twilight clearing, the traveler stumbles upon a moss-covered wooden board, an ominous sentinel in the fading light. Cautiously, he wipes away the clinging moss, revealing roughly carved words of warning. Do not enter after sunset. As the last of the moss falls away, a viscous, tar-like fluid begins to weep from the ancient inscription. Narrator, V.O. But curiosity leads even the wise astray. The camera focuses on the dripping fluid, a dark omen staining the weathered wood, sealing the traveler's fate. The forest looms, a dense tapestry of shadows under the watchful eye of a sliver moon. Wind whispers through the trees, stirring leaves into a frenzy of unsettling sound. A fleeting glimpse of movement betrays a tall, indistinct figure lurking deep within the woods. The eerie music rises, a low and ominous pulse that quickens the heart. Shadows stretch and distort, twisting familiar shapes into menacing specters. Babulal nervously scans the dense forest, the heavy air filled with unspoken dread. Music swells, amplifying the tension as the forest holds its breath. A sharp crack shatters the silence. Branches snap like deliberate footsteps. Babulal freezes, his eyes wide with terror. Maybe just an animal? He whispers. The forest plunges into total darkness as the moon vanishes behind thick clouds. The music abruptly stops, leaving an unnerving silence in its wake. The snapping sounds cease, replaced by an oppressive quiet. An unseen presence looms, heightening Babulal's fear and uncertainty. Babulal's ragged breathing is the only sound in the suffocating darkness. Fog hangs heavy, swallowing the path. Babulal walks on, his form fading into the mist. Footsteps crunch softly, the only sound in the oppressive silence. He seems alone. The fog tightens its grip, obscuring the path and amplifying Babulal's isolation. Unseen, unheard, Babulal treads deeper, a solitary figure claimed by the fog. On a fog-shrouded path, a figure emerges behind Babulal, its form indistinct in the swirling mist. The figure stands motionless, exuding a silent, ominous presence. A cracked wooden mask conceals its face, adding an eerie layer to its mysterious demeanor. Pale green light emanates from the eyes behind the mask, piercing through the dense fog. The unsettling glow hints at a hidden, supernatural menace lurking within the fog. Through swirling fog, Babulal walks on, unaware of the danger lurking behind him. A masked figure shadows Babulal, maintaining a silent, watchful distance. The fog thickens, each step of Babulal bringing him closer to an unknown threat. The masked figure persists, a predator stalking its prey through the dense, eerie fog. Suspense builds with each silent footstep in the fog-shrouded path.